I actually found a horseshoe. I don't know where I put that horseshoe. We purchased property that is 133 years old. You guys have seen the video where I was stealing the lawn, changing the old rotten rose garden into this because it's more manageable, and now we have very little rose garden over there. So this is the outcome. Now, I'm going to give you a quick update. There's some things I haven't updated you on pertaining what I'm doing around here that I left you guys hanging. So I'm going to give you guys a quick update for this video. I think I'm almost about to quit YouTube. I'll tell you why in another video, but quick first minus slow. Let's see what we are up to. So, as I mentioned in the previous video, we purchased property that is 133 years old, and this was actually a carriage house. There's a river behind us, and it was used by the owner as a carriage house where people would stop by, park their carriages and horses before they proceed in a journey. So we had this foundation footer was crumbling, so I had to dig all this out and remove it. Now we've set everything up and it's ready for concrete pour. And while I was digging, I actually found a horseshoe. I don't know where I put that horseshoe. It would be really nice to show you guys. Let me just check around. I think I threw it somewhere around here. It's not, I would have known where I put it, why it not for, so this is another story. Allow me to tell you this story too. Yesterday, which was on a Sunday, we are driving to church and I see this old man, really skinny, like just moving onto the street, setting himself up, and he had a placard written, "Hey, looking for work, I'll work for money. I'm a handyman," okay? So we go to church, I come back, and as we are coming back, he's still seated there with his sign. So we stop by, we come around where he was, he leaves his seat before we reach him, goes to the washroom, to the nearest restaurant. We go there, we reach the restaurant. Before we get to the restaurant, to him, he leaves the restaurants and goes to the washroom in the next gas station. So we wait for him and he comes out and we greet him and said, "Oh yeah, I just had to go through this different to a different washroom because the washroom in the restaurant was congested." Anyway, so I get the guy, and this was his first day and he was helping me out because I wasn't working today. And so he was helping me today, and I think he might have put the horseshoe somewhere. It was a rusted piece of horseshoe metal here. But anyway, so this is the progress. I'm starting with the basement. This was, the foundation. This was the worst part of this foundation. So I ripped off the siding, got everything right here, and it's just ready. Tomorrow we're going to pour the mold, we're going to pour concrete, and then have that foundation footer set. Now, the original floor of this carriage house was not cement. It did not have concrete, so it was bare ground from the property files that we have. And as you can see here, there is steps, there is a staircase going up because there's another there's a loft on this basement. On this we call it garage, but it was a carriage house. And in this section, they had not, for some reason, they did not pour concrete. There was like a platform, wooden platform that was here, but it was all rotten, as you can see. So we removed that, and we are planning to pour concrete on this tomorrow. The next piece of project is gonna be, but we have to wait until next summer because we can't afford all these projects. Owning a house in the US is extremely expensive, on top of all the other bills and such. The roof is sagging, as you can see from this point. Both ways of the roof is sagging, and I observed the trusses. The people who build the trusses did not a really good job because the trusses are not as good. They weren't built as good. That's why they're like crumbling. So that's it. That's what I'm up to And I had not given you an update on that humongous tree. I was trying to cut it, but I couldn't get to it. It was just, it looks not as big from down here, but once you get to that point, then you realize how big it was. So I finally called someone in the beginning of spring, and they trimmed it really nice for us, but at the cost of $2,000. So exchange that in your local currency wherever you are, and you'll see how expensive the projects that we are having here. Yeah, so that was the update that I needed to give you guys. I don't know what else I should show you guys. I'm so annoyed. During the winter, I just painted this last summer, and during the winter I poured moss killer powder, and I over poured that, and this turned into a yellow stain. I've tried to wash it, but it seems not to come out, but I'll try something else. I have to knock out this stair block because it's caving in that way and all the water is going that side. But let's come back to this lawn. Yeah, you guys have seen the video where I was stealing the lawn. I was changing the old rotten rose garden into this because it's more manageable, and now we have very little rose garden over there. So this is the outcome about 2 months later. So when I first did it, and then the grass came out, it was still raining, or it was moist, and the guys who came to prune that tree left a lot of big rats, so I had to go rent the tiller again and redo it. I'm gonna be making all these videos, random videos, easy to make videos, updating you on our life, everything about us, what is going on, before I quit YouTube. And I'm almost quitting YouTube. I'll tell you why. Yeah, so till the next video, peace out. Bye.